The first Microsoft Word feature we're going to discuss is text-to-speech. This feature will read your documents aloud and can be useful when you're proofreading assignments. Having your document read aloud to you can often help you catch spelling or grammar mistakes that you might miss when reading your paper in your head. We will be covering a few different text-to-speech options for both MacBook and Windows. Our first text-to-speech option for Word is called Read Aloud, and you can access this feature by going to the menu over here at the top left, and you can see we're on the Home tab right now. If you go to your right and you come over to the Review tab and click on that, you'll see it opens a new menu for us. On the left side of this menu, you'll see Read Aloud. If you click on this, it's going to open a smaller menu over here on the right. You can use this menu to play the read aloud. You can pause it. You can skip to the next paragraph. You can skip to the previous paragraph. And you can also change some settings with this button right here. So you can slow down the speed, you can speed it up, and you can also change the voice that's going to read to you. And then when you're done with this feature, all you need to do is click this X and it will disappear. You can also easily control read aloud using these keyboard shortcuts. For Windows, Control-Alt-Space will open the read aloud feature. Control-Space will play or pause it. Control-Left arrow will skip to the previous paragraph. Control-Right arrow will skip to the next paragraph. Alt-Left arrow will decrease the reading speed, and Alt-Right arrow will increase the reading speed. For MacBook shortcuts, Control-Option-Space will open the read aloud feature. Option-Space will play or pause read aloud. Option-Up arrow will skip to the previous paragraph, and Option-Down arrow will skip to the next paragraph. Our second text-to-speech option for Microsoft Word is called Speak, and this is only available for Windows. To access this feature, you actually need to add it to your quick access toolbar, which is located up here in the left. And to add it to this toolbar, you're going to want to click on this little arrow right here that says Customize Quick Access Toolbar. So when you select that, it's going to pull these options down. You can go all the way to the second to the bottom and select More Commands. Now this is going to open this box here, and you're going to go to this drop down, and you want to select the third one down, All Commands. That's going to pull up all our options right here. And then you need to scroll all the way down. Here's an add, Speak. There we go. And you hit Add. So now you see it over here. And then make sure that you select OK. As you can see, it added this little icon here, and that's your Speak. I also added my Read Aloud option, so you can do that as well if you have a preference over one or the other. But to use Speak, all you need to do is select what you want to be read and hit this little button, and it'll start reading to you. And to make it stop, you just hit it again, and you're all done. The third and final text-to-speech option for Word that we're going to discuss is called Speech. And this is basically Mac's version of Speak, so this is only for MacBook. So you're going to start by going to your Apple menu and opening System Preferences. Once you're in your System Preferences, you want to select Accessibility, and then that's going to open this new menu. On the left of this menu, you select Speech, and then over on the right, you're going to want to click this tiny box that is next to Speak Selected Text when the key is pressed. So then you're going to see the current key combination that you need to select when you're in your document. So in your document, you'll select what text you want to be spoken, and you'll press that key combination, and it'll read it aloud to you. You also have the option right here to change that key combination if you have a different one that you would prefer. In these settings, you also have the option to change a different voice and to adjust the speaking rate like you do with Speak. Our next Microsoft Word feature is called Speech to Text. This feature can be particularly helpful for those with dyslexia, as it allows you to speak aloud what you want written and the computer will generate it for you. It is a quick and easy way to get your thoughts out, create drafts or outlines, and capture notes. If you are subscribed to Microsoft 365, then you will automatically have a speech-to-text option called Dictate built into Word. This is for both Mac and Windows. To access this feature, you want to make sure you're on the Home tab again up here on the left. On this menu over to the right, you will see the Dictate feature. When you open the Dictate function, it is automatically going to start listening to you. And to stop listening, you can hit this little button here, or as you just saw, when you say stop listening, the microphone will stop listening to you. And to resume it, you just hit this button again. To see some of our options, we just hit this little button here, and this allows you to change the spoken language. It also allows you to add a profanity filter and to auto-punctuate for you. If you click on this little question mark here, this is going to open our Help tab. And this is going to walk you through all your options that you have within this feature. And it won't let me show you some of them while I'm recording, so I'm just going to walk through them pretty quickly. So you can start with just a new line. You can say delete, you can ask it to bold. You can also say start list. So if you're trying to quickly make your grocery list, you can open this up and say start list, and that'll give you a bullet point. And you can say milk, new line. It'll bullet down another one for you. You can say flour, new line. It'll bullet down another for you. You also have all these different options for punctuation, for editing, formatting. There's a lot of them. And so you might want to look through these and see which are going to be useful to you, which are going to be helpful for you. And then when you're done with that, you exit out. And again, that brings you back to just your menu here. And when you're done with this, you just press the X and it'll disappear. The final Microsoft Word feature we're going to discuss is the References feature. This is very useful when writing papers that require a bibliography or references page, and it makes adding in-text citations incredibly easy. The References feature is automatically built into Word, and this is the same for both Microsoft and MacBooks. So to access this, as you can see, we're on the Home tab up here on the left. If you scroll over to the right, you'll click on References, and this opens a new menu. And what we're going to focus on is this box right here, Citations and Bibliography. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have the correct style. For me, I use APA. And the next thing you want to do is add your sources. So you click Manage Sources, and it opens this new Source Manager box for you. As you can see, I have a ton of sources that are saved up from all my old papers. So it keeps all of your previous sources that you've used. So if you go to write another paper, you can actually go and find that source. You can select copy and it will add it to your current list. To add a new source, you click new and it'll open this box and you can select the type of source. Is it a book? Is it a journal? Is it a website? So you select what you're using and then you enter the author, the title, the journal name, everything that you need. It shows you what's usually required with these red stars. And then you can scroll down. You've got a lot of other options to add things. And when you're done, you select OK, and it'll add this to your current list. So for the source that I actually have in my paper right now is from Access. It's a paragraph from our website. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this over, and this is the source that I want. If I hit Close, and I go up here to Insert Citation, you can see that it's now on my list here. And this is a direct quote that I took from our website. So I'm going to put quotes around this. And then if I go up to Insert Citations and I select this, there's my in-text citation. You can also edit this. So if you click this arrow, you can select Edit Citation. And if this was from a book or a journal, I could add a page number, hit OK. You can see it added my page number for me here. You can also suppress the author or the year if you want just the page number. And if you go up into your sources here, you'll now see a check mark next to this source. So if you go through and add all your sources before you write your paper and you get to the end and come back and check this, you can see which ones you didn't use so you know what you need to take out. And then lastly, When you want to add your references page, go down to a new page, select this tab here, and I use references. So if I click that, it will actually add in my references page for me, and it's got the correct formatting and everything. This is probably one of the most useful features that I have found during my educational career.